to think about what I wanted to say. I'm not of the three boys in our family, I'm probably the least emotional of the three. I'm very much my dad's father. Very much my father's son when it comes to that. But I sit and I think about my 45 years of being here. One thing about my parents, they never argued in front of us. There's a lot of things that we never saw. We never had a lot growing up. We had a house. We had food. Granted, it was a staple of four things: meatloaf, ring bologna, and fish sticks, and of course pasta. And the clothes, we had clothes on our back. God, were they ugly, but we had clothes. But growing up, I never quite understood some of that. We went on vacation. We'd go by Uncle Leonard and Aunt Ruth up north. We'd go down to Finley to Uncle Marvin, or Uncle Walt and Aunt Marilyn, and obviously the family in Chicago. That was always our version of vacation. Knowing what my mom did, because I was a very sick kid up until I was 5 or 6. I always saw what she did because she worked at the clinic where my doctor was at. So I always understood that. I never understood what my dad did. My dad never complained about it. He never said a word about it. He got up every morning before we got up, and he was home when we got home around from school. That's all we ever heard. Or not even heard, that's all we ever saw. And actually, I don't know if I've ever told anybody this story besides maybe my wife and my boys. My dad actually got me a job when I came home from school working at the same company he did. One day I happened to be in the plant and I just went and sat and watched. I sat by probably a good hour and he didn't even realize I was standing there. Here he is in the middle of this plant in the middle of summer with all these fans around him, putting together turf equipment. One part after another. If you look at his hands, you can see exactly what he did. And that to me, I guess kind of put the nail in the coffin for me to understand what being a father and being a husband really meant. There's so many things that I try to idolize myself after with my wife, with my boys. My parents were always there for me. I try to be there for my boys and for my wife. I can't thank them enough for everything you've done for us. I don't say I love you very often, but I hope how I've turned into the man that I have that shows you how much I do love you, how much you mean to me. And look forward to you celebrating Amy and I's 25th anniversary in 4 years, our boys growing up as they're growing up, all our nephews and nieces, our grandchildren growing up, and our future new sister-in-law is coming into the family soon, right?
She still has time.
After the night, she might. This is what you get to look forward to. But once again, Mom and Dad, thank you. I don't know if you realize how much I am who I am because of you two. I love you.